Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It is 12-inch PvPenis here, and we are hitting it up again with another weekly account update. Although this is a little more than a week after. My keyboard actually broke yesterday, so it stopped me from recording. Shout out to Boozon for helping me out with picking up the new keyboard. I really appreciate that. You guys have been very generous lately, so thank you so much for everybody's support. Without further ado, let's get into the account. We've got a lot to talk about, and yeah. So first off, crowning achievement. As of late, we are now CH22. That's right. 2 weeks into the kingdom, we are CH22. We participated in Game of Power, and we get rank 6. So obviously, Strat Reserve, rank 1, something we did a ton of days of grinding for. We finish it off. We can only get 100 Cleo sculptures because you don't get pick one chest for the very first one. But for the next one, rest assured, if we hit first place, we're going to go into Sion Diak. Clarion Call, we hit rank 18. We didn't try too hard. I was taking a rest for my poor tendons after all the grinding that I did for Strategic Reserve, first place. As many of you guys know, I was here like 8 to 10 hours a day. And we cleared first place by 100 or by 400, which is really nice because they ended up pushing closer to the last day, but I was too far ahead, so it really didn't matter. Game of Power, I really wasn't trying to get anything crazy. I just wanted to get some kind of value while I was getting CH22. So we hit rank 6. I didn't want to push any further up. I guess like theoretically, he's only 200k above me, but even then, like getting to Luigi would have been crazy. Like this gap is too much, so it'd be pretty difficult. If impossible. I actually don't know if that would have been possible. As you guys may have known, if you guys watched the streams, I actually ended up having to borrow resources to TH22. I went into my academy, where right now I'm actually finishing T3 infantry, because I'm T2 with CH22. But I went into here, and of course I went for engineering and mathematics as the first two things I maxed out. However, I had a lot of speed ups, but I did not have a lot of resources comparatively. And engineering and mathematics as a whole was like, it was a lot. I think it was somewhere around 200 mil like food aggregate, or like 150 mil food aggregate for like all of these levels. It was really difficult. It shocked me. I remember on the first day, I finished engineering 10, mathematics 9, and I looked at my resources and I was like, well, I can't climb anymore. I was CH20. And, I was offered with the proposition, to hit alone and, hit CH22. I took it, of course. Now my farms are going to be out of commission for a while. If you guys want to see on the progress on them. Joker Slave. So we have, of course, the real 12-inch 2. This isn't making a ton of progress. I'm just using it as a blocker. And then we have 12-inch Slave 2, which is almost 17, which is when I'm going to have to start gathering resources. And we have 12-inch Slave 1, which is 16, almost 17. So we're letting them get up, and then once they're done, then they're just going to start churning. I think I'm going to just gather 135 mil gold and then use that for our T5s rather than try to gather like food, wood, and stone in equal proportions. Just because, that's what I think the higher tier players would want anyway. And, that's going to war chest pretty well for KVK1. And for those of you who don't know, 2 food is worth 1 gold. So if I wanted a 270 mil food aggregate, I would just get half that much in gold. Sometimes people value it as more, but I'm just looking at it a direct 1-to-1. So now we can get into the account now that you guys have the context. I'm trying to think of anything else I may have forgotten. We got Sun Tzu to level 54. We got a bunch of XP gaining gear. So, we got the Gatekeeper Shield, we have Expedition Warhelm. So all of this gear is basically to be able to grind XP while chaining faster. I realized that I was grinding a lot of XP while chaining. I'm probably also going to end up getting, I think it's Saint's Song. Oh, there it is actually. I don't remember building it. But anyway, I'm going to get that, and then I'm probably also going to get Commander's Heavy Armor, and then we're going to have a full XP set. And I generally wouldn't do that, obviously, because archers and cav aren't what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, like, I really need XP, and XP is very valuable, and I'm going to be chaining for XP as well as other things. So here are the comms. Now that I've shown you here are the comms. Now that I've shown you the gear, 5545. I've almost got him at expertise, but obviously I haven't unlocked T3 yet, so I'm stuck on CH16 rewards. So like once I finish T3. I'm going to get like a ton of gems and a ton of sculptures. I just haven't finished T3, so I'm stuck there. So what you guys are seeing is not actually representative of the overall account. Obviously, Lancelot is done before City Keeper for some reason, I guess. And yeah, that's where we're at. Nothing too crazy. We finally unlocked Joan. I used Universal to get her to 511. We've been winning basically every sunset. I believe yesterday was the first day I didn't get into top 5, and that's because I got distracted doing something and I forgot to do my last attack, which, not my finest moment. We have our first arc coming up pretty soon here, and let's just start going through stuff. So here's our current power. We're almost 2 mil building power. Obviously, we don't have a lot of anything else because we are just rushing CH22 for the 5th March. Not a lot of resources gathered because most of the resources I get are either going to be coming from my farms or from chaining. If you guys are curious, every 11 or 12 barb drops about 38,000 resources. So I've killed like 6,000 barbs on this account, 11 and 12. And so that would be an aggregate of like 228 million food, aggregate of resources. So essentially, if I did that like 1.5 more times, I would essentially have like the full upgrade from CH20 to CH22. If you guys are wondering like how many resources I'm getting or like how I'm maintaining this, obviously I took out a loan, so it wasn't enough. But in terms of like general use for my city, like that's where I get most of my resources. Most of the gathering you see is either done for an event like supply event and gems, of course, which I'm at 80,000 of now. So let's go into Expedition. I need to push a little harder. I have T2, so I can only like push so hard here. For this you'd want more Watchtower, and for this you'd want more Castle. But once I like get decent amount of T3, it shouldn't really be an issue. Sunset Canyon. So this is our new defense setup. We are running Lancelot on the side. He's got anti-swarm tech on him, which is something I really like. So I run him in Scipio. If you don't know, every time you attack Lancelot, he has a 10% chance to reduce 40% damage on the next turn. As far as I know, it doesn't have an internal cooldown. It doesn't say. I haven't tested it, so it could have one, but it looks like he's just really strong for anti-swarm. So I have him there first, then they crash into City Keeper, and then Mulan also has anti-swarm, Scipio also has anti-swarm, and right now I have Sun Tzu chilling with Joan. I want to have Joan alive for as long as possible and using her ability as much as possible, so that's why she's there. Ethelfled, obvious reasons, and my Cleopatra has 5 in her first skill, so I have her with Lohar. I mean, obviously it's not great, but it's going to be a second before I can get commanders to the point where, I can phase out like a 5 skill legendary. So anyway, so that's what I'm looking for my Defender's arrangement. My attacking arrangement is the same. Obviously I've been winning now that people are trying to smack into 5 marches. Before I was losing, because obviously I had 4. Okay, so let's start looking at items. So over here, we're obviously pretty drained. I did a little bit of chaining yesterday. Obviously, my keyboard broke, so like I could only do so much. I did a couple forts, but obviously I don't really like forts. I like chaining better. But I mean, this is all looking, pretty fine. Nothing too insane about any of this. I mean, it's just, it's kind of a ghost town after I spent basically everything. Right now, I'm just saving up all the resources I can, just keep my builders busy while my farms pay off my debt, and then my farms can start gathering for me. But that's probably going to take maybe 2 weeks after they hit CH17. Gathering 135 mil gold is, kind of small potatoes if you've got an older account, but it's kind of difficult if you have a younger one. Over here in terms of speeds, I think this is like half a day, maybe a little more. Obviously the pick ones go into research. This is, I believe it was 42 days of training speeds last time I checked. For context, a full war machine is 40.1. So in terms of chaining, we've essentially brought ourselves over that. You don't get training speeds from camps, you don't get it from gold chests, you don't get it from anything else, really. You get it from Sunset. Obviously events give you days of speeds occasionally in terms of training speeds, but the vast majority of what I'm getting here is definitely in just regular chaining. So we'll see what we use this for. We might try to win an event later on once we quadruple this, or get like 160 or 200 days training speeds from chaining. We can maybe try to win like a tiles and bricks event and compete. We'll just have to see like how the spenders are doing and monitor them, kind of closely, just because 2500 is a rather sizable kingdom, and so I can't wait too long on them or I'm just going to get dwarfed, so got to be a little careful with that. But should be golden sculptures, which will go into YSG. Over here, obviously we used basically all of our research speeds. We have a couple back, but we use basically all of this in pushing for mathematics and engineering. Over here is our daily speeds. We have almost 7,000 1-minute speed ups. Obviously, chaining. We have 1,430 minutes. We got this from altars. We got quite a few altars. Helped me a lot in terms of gems and speeds and resources. God bless. I thought they were going to be extra resources. They were not extra resources. We still have a 7-day from one of the CH upgrades, but obviously, we spent them efficiently. I used the other one when I was pushing CH22. So over here is just our boosts. Nothing particularly entertaining there. We got like a top 20 score for supply event, I think, or maybe it was Arms Master Lohar. I don't know what the fuck it was. The point is I got a material choice chest and I was happy with it. This is the epic you guys saw last time, and then over here is all my XP gaining stuff. I'm probably gonna get a Commander's Heavy Armor on top of that, just because I want more XP. I feel like that's actually pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, Commander XP gain 3%. When you chain as many barbs as I do, it's pretty good. Silent Trial, yeah, we're almost at 30, but I mean we're not gonna be able to build it for a little minute here, and then you know we have a little decent amount of materials. Obviously, you know it's not balling out because I'm free to play, so I'm not buying like the weekly gear or anything like that. Over here, a bunch of teleports, less territorial teleports because obviously we fell asleep during Sanctums. Not my finest moment. Definitely should have more. Our AP is doing really good. This is quite a substantial amount of AP. This is over 50k, I believe. I don't know how much more over 50k, but it's a really nice amount. By KVK 1, if we could have like maybe like 120k AP coming in, that'd be pretty slick. So I just have to be careful of how much I'm using for chaining, just because obviously I don't want to go for broke off rip. The XP, I mean, this is more XP than I thought I had. I'm going to be dumping this all into Sun Tzu. I'm trying to get him to 60 so that I can stop chaining with him, start stopping to chain with him. This is awful. I hate chaining with Sun Tzu. People drop by stream and be like, hey, you know, don't you like chaining with other things? Like, why do you always do this to yourself? And like, I need the XP on him, which is why I have the gear. Over here, you know, I got some legendary commander sculptures. A lot of stars. An expedition, I keep buying stars. My girlfriend actually pulled 2 dazzling in the same gold chest right next to me, then proceeded to pull a Cao Cao and like 5 Ishida, a full Boudica, finished Bybars. Like she demolished it. She pulled like the 6 keys I got for Clarion Call like were huge. It was just massive. Still don't have Charles Martel, but you know it is what it is. I don't have the XP to put in him anyway. Okay, so that's it for that. What else are we missing here? Alliance gift level is 11. I'm now in R4. I don't know if I was in R4 previously, but I am now. What am I missing? I've got to be missing something. There's got to be something that someone's going to clothesline me over. Rankings. I almost forgot rankings. Sorry, boys. I know like this drags on a little much because my brain power is lacking, but 247 mil for the top alliance, 187 for the secondary, tertiaries, Eclipse. All of these alliances are fucking, they're really big, okay? Like, 2,500 is pretty large in terms of newer kingdoms. Those of you who are in older kingdoms, like, this might be average or small potatoes to you, just because, like, obviously, when we used to play back in, I think I started in the 1600s, like, those kingdoms were pretty large, right, by comparison to today's standards, but by today's standards, that's a crazy kingdom. The double jump is really nice. So, we'll just go through everything. Expedition, resource gathering, city hall level, individual kills, individual power, alliance flags, nice. Alliance kills. Okay, cool. So that should be everything. We can just go through the achievements just in case anybody's like incredibly, you know, astounded by what we do or don't have. But yeah, we don't have many achievements. Well, I mean, we have a good amount of achievements for the power we have, but I mean, there's not any hurdles, like we're not getting legendary sculpts or gems from it yet. So VIP, we're currently 24 days into the account. I should have been 23 days. I should have done this yesterday. Sorry guys, I can't control my my keyboard breaks, and so this is like Kingdom Day like 14 and some change. I generally do it like the day before, like during reset, so it's a little less than a week each, but yeah, I kind of like that. So we're going to continue doing that, assuming my keyboard doesn't explode again. Yeah, I mean, all of our buildings have been streamlined, so 20, Academy level 21, Storehouse 18, Wall 21. You know, we're trying to like streamline to 23. We're probably not going to be speeding up anything for a minute. And I think that's got to be it. I don't think there's anything left. Oh, troops, total troop count. Wow. Almost forgot that. Okay, so this is our total troop count right now. You know, we're going to start training the T3 infantry. I don't know if I'm going to speed up any. Depends on how much value I think there is in Expedition, but overall, like, I'm not really pressed on it. I think that's going to be it, guys. I don't really see anything else to update. We can go to the Academy if you guys want. Obviously, we already checked out the Engineering and Mathematics. We don't really have anything past that. We're getting our first T3 right now. We're going to try and get the rest and then work our way up to T4, but we're probably not going to speed it up unless we see some good reason to do so. We just don't have resources like that, and we're horribly in debt right now, so Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed the content, be sure to drop a like, a comment, a subscription. That shit all helps an absolute ton. But most of all, guys, just thank you so much for watching and showing up to live streams and stuff. If you guys are watching right now, I'm currently live on stream. It obviously says currently live. But if you made it to the end of the video and you're like, hey, you know, when is he going live? I'm going live right now. I start my stream almost every single day from 13 to 15 UTC, unless something happens to where I can't do it. But if something does happen to where I can't do it, make sure you join the Discord in the description below. That's where I put all the updates for my videos, all the updates for my streams, and just in case anything happens or there's any announcements, that's where I'd put it. We also do midterms and finals in the Discord below every single time they pop up, and we generally get them right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have yourselves an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video, or if you're watching this right now and it says currently live below, I'll see you on stream. Goodbye, everybody. Have yourselves a great one.